Working with demons, how my life has changed since. Working with demons and how my life has changed since. And the first thing I want to say is, since working with these spirits and these energies and these entities, I've had to hold myself more accountable. Like, no longer 434. 434. No longer can I know better but not do better. 444, 42 energy collective, 26 energy collective, 64 energy collective, also 46. I resonate more with the 64. This is my collective here. If you're vibing with this, 555, 56. This is my, not my collective as in, I own y'all big heads, I own you. Even when you're dead, I own you. Do you know why? White feather. And I even saw a reading today, yesterday, last night, whatever, saying feathers, particularly white feathers. And look what I'm next to, a feather. There was a dog running by. You may have a dog. You may need to take your dog out more on walks. Travel is important for this collective. I love this collective. I get readings from other readers, from other diviners, and they're doing collective readings, and I'm a part of that reading. So this isn't like a cult, this isn't my collective, no, this is a universal consciousness collective. So we're all reading for each other, we're all advocating for each other, we're all healing each other, we're all holding each other accountable. So that's one of the biggest things, that since working with demons, how my life has changed. White feather, oh my gosh, spirit is here. How my life has changed since working with these energies is I've been having to hold myself more accountable. There's many different reasons for that. One of the most fun reasons, or spooky reasons, is because demons, especially some of the earth ones, I work with King Belial, who's an earth king, an earth lord, an earth demon, not lord, earth king. Um, he gives me father energy. He's very on his discipline. 616, he can be a harsh teacher, but it's for your best good. He's always doing it because he loves you. However, like a father, he does hit with the iron rod, 626, in the sense that he's not burnt me, because we can tend to personify them too much, but the way it translates and the way it crosses like the veil and the way it materializes in the 3D is like, I will burn myself with lighters because I'm the fool. 64, I'm the fool that would make promises that I can't keep to these spirits, and they would not punish me. It doesn't have to be so sinful and good versus bad, and it's just how things materialize in the 3D. We have to understand that we're communicating with the unseen, and people say, oh, you're communicating with the unseen, that's bad, that's sinful. But talking to Jesus, talking to God, that's the unseen. They're not physically here, so you're doing the same thing. So don't be silly. Even in the Bible, in the Good Testament and in the New Testament and the Old Testament, people say like it's like two different versions of God. That's because Spirit, Source, the universe, the infinite, the I am, the Mother and the Father, the Mother and the Father, they're just expressions of the same thing. To be good, there has to be an element of bad. Otherwise, what are you measuring? Like, how is it now good? It's just nothing. Nothing became something when it either like multiplied or like split itself. Do you know what I mean? Like, cells split to multiply. So now that it's split, it still came from whole. So this is wholeness. Wholeness splits into good and to bad to experience itself, and they have to work each other out and keep each other balanced. Yeah. But for it to be separate, it had to split. That's who we are. We are the expressions, all of us, the birds, the bees, the trees, all of us. We are the expressions of source. The trees, to me, what I get is like, some of them in particular, they're like a body of people. There's like different people living in the trees. That's what I get. Like, certain parts of the trees have their own personality. Like, there's many faces in the tree. Each part of the tree has their own, like, yeah, their own group or whatever. They all do their own thing. Like, I'm telling you. Look, look. Hi. Hi. You know? Nature loves when you communicate with her, honestly. Nature loves when you communicate with her. She'll start just like giving you things. The universe will just start giving you things, like finding feathers, but they're like the most beautiful feathers. Why am I seeing iridescent iridescent feathers that play music and that? Like, what is going on? De la universe. It's beautiful. Working with demons, what's the ways in which my life has changed since my abilities, my psychic abilities, I'm able to, like, my intuition and my discernment have been built through this practice. Now my communication, or my ability to um, decipher messages, I'm able to recognize the energy signatures and the imprints. I'm able to recognize what spirit is around me through what's going on, through how it manifests in the material, through the way I'm feeling. Certain spirits are louder than others. Certain spirits will say your name. Like, certain spirits will have different ways to get your attention. Mr. Beelzebub, his energy is so chill and laid back. Like, he just doesn't bother me until he bothers me, and he's just buzzing around me too much. I tell him to go away. But he has this beautiful buzzing energy. This beautiful buzzing energy. Mr. Beelzebub has this beautiful buzzing energy, and he swarms my space with his presence. Like, whatever. Whereas King Belial is much more in your face and he's loud. But I feel like King Osmodius is more vocal, or King Paimon have been more vocal. Yeah. Another way, quickly, because I have somewhere to be, but I just wanted to put a quick video out there. King Belial is here with us. No, I love that for this collective. You know what? I'm going to go out on a whim and say to anyone in this collective, like, if you feel called to find out more about King Belial, you might not know more, but maybe you might benefit from that. Lord Lucifer says hi as well. Sometimes I feel like a medium, a channeler for these spirits to come through and deliver certain messages. I feel like there definitely is things that are going on. Well, I know that there's things going on that we cannot see, and I definitely feel like these spirits, they're ushering in a wave of transformation for us to heal, for us to grow, for us to elevate, for us to expand, for us to unite, for us to love, for us to love, for us to learn these lessons. Because some of us have not been holding ourselves accountable, but it's okay because we don't have to do it alone. 1133, we don't have to do it alone. We have ourselves, we have our spirit teams. Like, once you start expanding your mind to things, you can start talking to these spirits. Forget all the he say, she say. You learn as you go along. You build your discernment. You don't need to give in to fear, succumb to fear. There's things like shame. So here's the split, here's the divide that I see. Why religion is just not enough for people like us. Because for some people, yes. But there's too much shame and guilt and oppression. There's too much. No. And these spirits, they represent something. They have these energies, have these personalities, and they tap into the parts of yourself, like the repressed energy. They help you to release the repressed energy. And when I say these are all versions of ourselves. These spirits are like parts of our psyche. They're my ancestor. They're versions of myself, me from past lives. He all of that. All of that. So you don't need to personify them. You don't need to make it so mystical. You can just understand that life is a game, and there's definitely a way to play it if you have a specific goal at the end. Some people just want to have fun, and well, not have fun, but some people just want to live. Some of us truly want to become alive and awakened. And that, to some of us, looks like doing the things that make people look at us sideways, like, what are you doing? Like, yes, I've been called, you have not. Maybe I'm a bit loosey-goosey, but not in that way. But you have schizophrenia. You're hearing voices. Yeah, you think that makes me feel a type of way to say that I have schizophrenia, to say that, oh, hearing voices is crazy. You're the boring human. You're the boring human that can't even expand your mind to actually experience the things, yeah? There's a reason why we're not taught that dragons are real. There's a reason why we're not taught how we're not taught in everyday lives to talk to our ancestors, our passed away loved ones. There's a reason, but we're supposed to talk to Jesus, who's gone but resurrected. So we're allowed to talk to this one spirit, and this is what I'm saying. It's control. They're using your energy. They're harvesting your energy. You must. What do they say? What do all Christians say? The only way to God is through the blood of Jesus Christ, or through Christ. They're channeling your energy through this one specific tunnel. Whereas there's many ways. There's many ways to God. There's many ways. Everyone's path looks different. My path involves talking and working with spirits and working beyond the veil and doing shadow work and healing with music and healing with writing and tapping into my gifts and understanding why I came here and doing numerology and doing astrology and doing all of these things that I do, do you get me? But also really like loving my 3D human reality and why I chose to be this avatar, this player, and rewriting the story, flipping the script, unprogramming the fuckery. Do you get it? Like unprogramming the fuckery, yeah? But I'm gonna get going. So I'm gonna say one more thing. Working with demons and how my life has changed since. The things I've said so far, my psychic abilities have got better. My clairs, yeah. Also, I've been holding myself more accountable, because especially because these spirits can fuck shit up in the 3D realm. They can like things can get happening, like yeah, happening, whatever. The energy can get really dense. The energy is already dense right now in Mother Gaia. The planets are going crazy. Everything, ascension, crazy. But the energy is really dense with some of these spirits, so you have to be more careful. You learn as you go, discernment. And one of the other things I said, the last thing I'm going to say is the magic. 1616, as I said that, and I'm going to leave it as that. The magic. The magic. Yeah, if you're interested in um, tapping into the magician inside of you, and like, it's yeah, I've been able to build a spiritual practice around it, around working with demons, around being a demonologist, rather than just like not have a specific path to follow. Like I was just, I've absorbed so much different spiritualities, but demonolatry has been the one that's really disciplined me and opened up, like I said, my clairs, my intuition, and my discernment and discipline and stuff. So, yeah, yeah.